le Canadien. C'est dans notre sang, dans nos cœurs, notre tradition, notre honneur. Le Canadien, c'est tout, c'est une partie de nous. Bleu, blanc, rouge. Le Canadien, c'est une partie de nous.
Oh, le bleu, blanc, rouge. Welcome back to another Habs and Hockey Nation live show with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy, directly for the beautiful country of Thailand on amazing great Tuesday night, February 3rd, 2026. Hopefully an amazing great day, and you want to talk about your bleu, blanc, rouge, le tricolore, la Sainte-Flanelle, les glorieux, les habitants de Montréal. Ce soir, and we're going to talk about what happening with the Montreal. We have a couple of news around the NHL. We have a couple of news around the Montreal Canadiens. Also, we have a couple of news about the Olympic. It's coming this week. The Super Bowl this weekend. And we're still alive here in Thailand. And we want to talk about your team. And of course, if you look about my thumbnail tonight, Ab news, big decision is coming for the Montreal Canadiens. First of all, Xhekaj, followed by Samuel Blais, Patrick Laine, Robert Thomas is back in the conversation. Montreal Canadiens rumor. The waiver happening with Samuel Blais and maybe more. And then what's going on with Xhekaj with the Montreal Canadiens and much more. We're going to talk about this tonight on the special edition of the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, I do it alone tonight. I was debate between the do an NHL game between the Sabres and the Tampa Bay Lightning and talking about the Montreal Canadiens. If you look about all the show we do, we don't attract a lot of people for the Montreal Canadiens show. We are excellent guys for the game. The game, guys, this is the highest number I'm getting every game. It's amazing. But for unfortunately, we don't have enough of people in Montreal Canadiens when we talk about. I don't know why. I have no explanation. I have no excuse. I'm the same kind of people, person. I don't know. I have no, I try to figure out what's the problem. Why we have so many people at the game and nobody here the evening. It's not complain about you. First of all, I'm very grateful and thankful you are here. And then I look around the other channel, everything. Maybe I have too many people do it now. And maybe I'm an excellent play-by-play guy. I don't know. It's not the point. Or we may do only NHL game, play-by-play, and only do play-by-play sport. I have no clue. It's just like you get excited one night, you make, this is what I make my money, my life. And then you get one night, you say, oh my God, this was excellent. Then you go the next night, say, geez, how I do that? Anyhow, I'm not starting complaining. I'm just sharing with you because I said this is where you come here as a family, as a brother, a friend, a sister, whoever you are. And we're sharing. We're just sharing together about what we do here. And that's the reality. That's how we are. We just to make some adjustment, and that's maybe have a point to get less show and just focus on NHL game or other sport events. We don't know yet, but this is what I'm thinking right now. That's what my debate. I do the game. I ask Luciano, I ask other people, and that's okay. It's just what's going on right there. 7 game in NHL right now. RG Calabo is going to carry on all the game a little bit later in the show. But so far, 0-0 Devils, Blue Jacket. At the end of the second period, guys, very quiet. 2 Flyers, Capitals 1. The Hurricanes scored 3 goals unanswered to now lead 3-1 against Ottawa Senator. Buffalo Sabres, Lightning was the game I was looking forward to do. 1-1. Pittsburgh 1, Islanders 2. Later, in the next couple of minutes, Toronto, Edmonton Oilers, and then at the end of the night, Kraken, Ducks. That's happening, guys. But we're going to have a great show tonight. I'm maybe alone, but I'm going to bring to you guys everything I can to helping you to understand what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens. I have a lot of good subject. I think I work on it for about 2 hours. it take me 2 hours to make some show, the graphic, everything, and then I think we have a lot of things to talk about. Of course, we're growing, guys. 11,000, almost 100 already, guys. This is what I'm shaking my hands at. That this is amazing. It's just we don't have enough people to show like that. I don't know. Do we need to bring 20 Mariana Rowe here? Do we need to bring Gilbert Delorme? Do we need to bring Eric Engels? I don't know. Was it fun between me and other channel? I have no clue. But it is what it is. Maybe my English, maybe my language, maybe my age, maybe I'm too old. Who knows? At the end of the day, Ozzy Murphy is in the house. Welcome back, GF Nada. Bye-bye, Blais. Gary Cournoyer de retour avec nous, le driver de UPS. Welcome back. Rob W. back in the house. My friend Larry Lavalley from Green Valley is in the house. And the man is back with us. A great pleasure. Mark Elliott knocked the door. Clay Waiver and get plenty of play time with Laval during the Olympic break. That's a good point, Mark. And I think Blais, we're helping the Laval Rocket. I'm going to talk about this later, but I think you're absolutely right. Bro, knock the door. Welcome back, Samuel. Salut, Samuel. Ovizio, de retour avec nous ce soir. Richard Grenier, also avec nous ce soir. Bon, Richard, j'espère que tout va bien. And plaisir de devoir voir Roger Bouchard, notre ami de Vermont, de retour avec nous. Great, Mark. It will be a welcome action when the playoff begin for the Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to talk about this a bit later. Mark and Larry with you, everybody. Stan, the Mark, Roger to Larry, Larry to Stan the man to Vizio, Vizio to Larry Lavalley. Xhekaj is back in the house with all the results. I tell you. RJ's going to be there. What about Patrick? Patrick cannot go with defenseman tonight. He's go with who? Yes, he go with Bouchard, Rozovic, Ekholm, and Nurse. Oh, he put a Rozovic between all of them. PS go for the long shot tonight with the Edmonton Oilers. Last this weekend, 7-3 against Edmonton, again the Minnesota Wild. Now they have the big blue team, the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. We'll see what happening about that. I'm going to compare, guys, the season, Montreal Canadiens, this season and last season. And you're going to shake your head about that. Well, they miss out on your great continents. Thanks so much. Cause is a quantity to me over the quality over. And now the Ottawa cut the lead by 1 goal. Tim Suzla scored a goal, 3-2. Carolina. Watching Cats and Rat the other day, there were 3 of them, and I was one of the 9 watching. Mark Elliott, Peter August, welcome back in the house. Thanks to be with us. What we have here, head to shiny, Rob. Coach, P.S. If you bring on, I will wear my best mask. About that. Mario Besnil de Waterloo de retour avec nous ce soir. I watched the OT replay. The game was get Peter as the fact of been left center have saved him. Blais over Villano for Peter August. Welcome back on with Kings. Welcome back also. Hello, Mark. Saw the second Islanders goal while the shot was top corner glove side. Skinner head was horizontal looking at the eyes until the blindy. About that, what kind of start is that? Skinner, yeah. I don't know if Blais is better than Villano. It's fun. Sure. 50 goal, knock the door. Thanks for the like we got so far. Appreciate that, everybody. Baseball been going 2. Chinakov, guys, 11 goal. Edgar Chinakov, still by Carl Dubus. And tied the game 2-2 on that one. What a great trade for them, for the Pittsburgh Penguins. There we go. GF Villano, next one out. ONCC is back. Laine back. Then New Hook. And there is New Hook. Add a jet tomorrow. That should be a dandy of the game. From Antoine, Claude Richard de retour from Ottawa. Thanks to be with us, Claude Richard. And that's all, guys. We go through everything. And let's start the show exactly what we're looking for. First of all, guys, welcome back. Thanks to be with us. It's not what's happening right there because this is going to be a little bit later. So at some point, we're going to talk about 1 year ago. But until then, guys, I want to talk about my headlines of the night like we do at the every show. And first of all, guys, my headlines. It's going to start with this one for the first contents of the night. The Habs team, they are still young. This is the youngest team in the NHL, no doubt, but more mature. The game we see night after night since the beginning of the season, the team under Martin Saint-Louis 4 years ago, and every year, and every month, every game, every practice, every time they play the Montreal Canadiens, are become now better, mature with the quality of the player they have. You can see they have a better quality, skill, abilities players on the inside of the lineup now. The roster is getting there. Not done yet, but the way they play. I understand they're losing right now 14 times the lead at the third period. We understand that, or at some point at the third period. We understand that. But the maturity they get every game. From the game they lost 4-3 against Boston. And then they win the game last week. And then last night they lose again. But the maturity I'm talking about is not only about losing game and the way they gave a goal and then they lose in overtime. My point is about the maturity, how they play the game now. As the individual, as the collectivities of the team, and then how they show up every game. That said, the maturity is last night, they don't have it. I think, for me, they don't have the A game last night. I'm going to talk about the recap game a little bit later, but they don't have the best game last night. They have to play with a B game. Martin, so we talk about sometimes we have to win with a B game or the C game at worst. And they play a B game yesterday, and they find a way to get a 1 point on the road. And for me, the only way they did that yesterday is because the maturity of the players. A mix of the veteran players with the young core. And they consist to fighting whatever they don't play at their best. They find a way to get a goal left and right, here, or there. And then they continue to hanging there. Yes, we want to win every game. Yes, we want to make no mistake. Yes, some nights, some team have some player have some difficulty night. Last night, Madison Coley, it was not good. But as a mature team, they execute better play on the different situation in front of them now, and it takes time. Look, Minnesota, with what they have right now, this is one of the best team in NHL. From the goaltender all the way to the top. This is a really good team. And Montreal got 3 of the 4 points this year. Yeah, you're going to tell me, yeah, but they played 3 games. It's not a matter. At the end of the day, we have to give credit for what we have as a team. And that team we have right now is a little bit more mature. It's not there yet, but I can see how they develop slowly, properly, the right way to become that kind of thing they're looking for. You can disagree with me. You can disagree with the Montreal Canadiens decision players. I disagree with something happening last night. I'm going to talk about this at a recap game. But at the end of the day, we have to appreciate the maturity of that team. And for me, it's just like we always expect Montreal losing. Maybe we expect, it's going to be hard. They're going to not go there. Look, they lose 2 games. This is the end of the year. Some people last night, again, some people thinking like they're not going to make the playoff, everything like, guys, we've been with Mike Hoffman, Tyler Pitlick, Belzil. We've been with players, guys, for 3 years where the lineup, it was not looking good for Montreal Canadiens. We have to go through at the bottom. We're just starting to have an amazing, great team. We're not done yet. But the quality of hockey they offer to us this year blew my mind. It's better than what my expectation was. And we have to accept that. And we have to realize what we see every night. it's not going to be perfect. You have only one team is going to win the Stanley Cup. You have only one team is going to show up at the end as a winner. But we have to be excited about what is coming in front of us for the next 5, 7, 8 years. I maybe not be here at that time, but hopefully you going to enjoy what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens right now and for the many other years in front of us because they are looking good and they are get better and they are more maturity inside of that team. And just the beginning. This is for me, it's just like just the beginning. Let's see what we got in the chat there, first of all. Eminem, welcome back from British Columbia. Billy from Nova Scotia. Mr. Mother 007, de retour avec nous ce soir. Long time, my friend. Hopefully you're doing well. And glad to see you around. Salut, coach. My heard when I went run, PS is not a strong physical. One of that is a plumber. I agree. Peter August drinking tea with the honey. Billy, Mark maybe have been on the B game, but that extra point was stolen from us. Mark, about that, I just don't see TC as part of the future. Maybe I'm wrong, Peter August. See other improvement compared last season. I should pay attention. P.S. Your question was ask I test a sick pose and the third pose. I forget what, but person of sense was set money. When I did that one, run. Peter. Blais is good that a guy to have around for the more physical playoff. I hope we can get something for Laine because I don't see him doing anything except missing us, not mess up our up line. On this one, question, Peter August. Here we go. Remind me again why add hurry to sign TC when the new injury player was returning. About that. I think you have fun ways to see that, Peter. Alexandre Tessier is another player going to get only $2.5 million per year. It's a 2-year deal. He's going to bring some debt inside Montreal Canadiens. And because they expect some other players going to leave next season. And that's what they like, the skill and abilities of that TC over Villeneuve, Blais, and other players they have. Or they're going to get out of the lineup for the Montreal the next, and it's going to be a transition. That said, at $2.5 million, they can send him down in Laval if it's necessary or they have to, or they can trade at $2.5 million TC. They're not going to buy out, but is the player fit inside of that kind of style of Montreal Canadiens try to accomplish or to try to do in Montreal? That's the reason behind that. No, yes, maybe, why to rush to sign him or wait, but at the end, you don't have much in Laval right now better at Alexandre Tessier, to be honest with you, other the defenseman Adam Ekstrom. So that's my best knowledge about the question, but it's a good question about this. Things on the one face off, they need to get met at the bone of time. Making the playoff a double experience and maturity. We are on the right track for sure. Great point about that. Hopefully, Google will have everything resolved on I got to renew membership this month, coach. Hopefully, it will be good for you. About that, hello, Kenneth. Welcome back, Mr. Kenneth. Good morning, Mr. Kenneth. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. Let's see what I can go to get a game from Toronto. At some point, no goal for wave the goal. And let's see what we got here. Have a game right there. Can I get there? Can I get there? Yes, we can get there, guys. We are live in Toronto, Edmonton tonight. So, CrossFit bit and by the Peugeot XND, no call at top player. We are supposed to be responsible for the stick market. Yeah, I did not see the play. The only thing I said, market, if the referee considered that move on the after he shoot the puck or the movement of his stick is about shooting the puck, usually I no call. Now, I did not see the play. If it's other thing, could be happen, but not surprised if they miss the call. So that's all good, my guy. For my headlines, a little bit more, a lot of great. Have any question, guys? I'm here to answer to you, Mr. Warren Smith from Winnipeg, back in the house tonight. Welcome back, Warren. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. We're going to do a little bit like we did at the beginning of the show, guys. An overview what's going on in NHL. We have a couple of news. I want to mention that oh my God, Edmonton just missed an empty net completely on that one. I don't know who missed it. P.S. If you could choose one team to be the GM, which team would be coach? I would choose Nashville because I would trade everyone on that one. That's a great question. Do I have to pick only one team? Of course, Montreal Canadiens will be my first pick because that would be my dream to do that. I'm not sure I can beat it. I can do it. My second team, if I had to do this, it's it's difficult because we have no players, just the location. Have to go with the passion of the game. That is a good question. Montreal, and then I have to go with better weather. A Fullerton team, but the passion of the team, the team. That's a good question. I would say that. Coach, it was not shooting the puck. It was on face-off. Yeah, that's a bad call. Look at Moses International, 6 posts dans les côtes. Cheat on that one. O'Reilly out. Forsberg out. Jose out. Marchessault out. PS on that one. Gave out the top 3 team. Interesting about that, PS, because San Jose is Nashville is only 3 points of the playoff right now. So on that one, can GM negotiate trade and join Olympic? No, I was coming right there. That's what we're going to talk about this. Montreal flared up. Good about that. So let's talking about the NHL news, guys. I have a couple of news. That would bring the answer to Warren, guys. I have all the information you need to know about that for the situation. It was announced yesterday. We a little bit more clear the situation. I think Barry Trotz and Nashville are not on the same page. I believe the owners, everything of that. He's been an icon before there as a GM, as a coach. Barry Trotz. He's been with David Poile for many years. Poile retired a couple of years ago, and now we have to see what's happening now for Barry Trotz, the next move. We know he's 63 years old. Trotz, he have very close to his family. He have one kid is ill. Well, he's 6 and he was born. I don't know exactly the situation, and he's always protect him. So they have a house in Nashville. So I think he see what's going on. He's smart enough to realize that this is not maybe what he need to do. We see sometimes some transition players become coach, does not work. Some player become a GM, does not work. And some coach become GM, does not work. A GM become coach, does not work. An agent become GM, does not work. That's part of the game. It's not perfect. And Barry Trotz realized maybe that's what you need to figure out something else. So that's happening. Another big move for the Blue Jackets after they fire the head coach Everson a couple of weeks ago. They put Rick Barnes looking good. They still have 8 wins the last 9 games. They are right now at 61 points. They promote 2 people. One of them is Rick Nash now, have a bigger job with the Columbus Blue Jackets. We know the career of the Rick Nash with the Blue Jackets, so he got that assistant GM or something like that higher on that one. So that's happening, guys, on this. Let's see what we got on this one. Rob San Jose, good point. Someone Pittsburgh won the Skinner Jerry trade. Oilers got $5.4 million back up. Last week, Kulak on the trade. A bad trade for the Oilers. On that one, though, Pittsburgh right now winning 2-2. Manta score is 11 goal. Is 20 goal of the year. Chinnikov is 11. about that one. River of Minneapolis, Warren, PS and 26, then PS Blais Skinner is never as fault. They got no defense, no depth. I would trade Montembeau for Skinner any day of the week, but I will not be here at the Homer. We meet. Keep him. Peter August Skinner, not huge difference. And others have ingrained now as well. Others more balanced now in the net. On a one, vive le libre de retour avec nous ce soir. That's pretty much what happened. Then we move on, guys. The NHL waiver today, we have 4 players. One of them is Samuel Blais, Sammy Blais. Depending how you want to call him. We're going to talk about him the next couple of minutes. We have other players for Edmonton, and I think it's Bisberg, Lawson, and then you have Wenson. Nothing big on the waiver. Why do you have 4 players today? Because the team had to put a roster set up for the Olympics, the freeze. So that's happened about that. They want maybe helping the American Hockey League. Team Canada, guys, their big news today. They announced Anthony Cirelli is not going to join the Team Canada at the Olympic after an injury during the weekend. And they called Sam Bennett. Bennett have a great Four Nation tournament last year with the Team Canada. Some people was disappointed he was not select on that team, and now it's confirmed. Yes, he did not play yesterday. He left the game, but it was not a major injury, so he's going to be ready for Team Canada. Also, Bennett is going to be another center, compete with Nick Zuski, so it'll be interesting what happening with that situation for that one. Toronto right now are lead a lot, but the puck go outside the zone. So that's happening for Team Canada. Now, Toronto, guys, I want to talk about 3 teams. And Toronto, just one more thing before that. Just the people asking me for Warren, asking you guys, tomorrow at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, this is what the roster had to be confirmed by the NHL team. After that, they cannot make any trade, anything. So they have until tomorrow at 3 p.m. to make a trade in NHL before. Until then, the team cannot practice together until February 17. So they cannot go tomorrow in the practice in the Brassard and to have the coaches together, whatever it is. So 17, the team can announce that you can come back together. And they reopen the business at the end of the day of the 22nd February at midnight at 12 o'clock. So they're going to have, after that, possible to make a trade, everything like that. So important to know the date. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock, 17 for the team practice, and then the 23rd or the 22nd at the end of the day, they are going to be now back on business on that one. That's happening on this one. Now, I want to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then I want to talk about the Florida Panthers and the Ottawa Senators. So it's the 3 teams right now are compete, honestly, and the Atlantic Division. This is the standing you have right there, guys. You can see Ottawa 61 points, Toronto 61 points, and Florida Panthers 59 points. If someone here in the chat is telling me at the beginning, Pittsburgh Penguins won't take the lead, guys, 3-2 now against the Islanders right there. If someone was telling me at the beginning of the February, the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Florida Panthers are going to be at the bottom Atlantic, I would say you are nuts. You are completely wrong. It will not happen, but that's happening, guys, right now. The Toronto and the Florida Panthers are at the bottom of the Atlantic Division, and Brent Ross, back from 3-game suspension, scored his 19th goal of the season with an assisted by Crosby. That said, now, Toronto have to decide. They are winning now. They win 2 games. But this is a team is up and down. And they don't win any game on the homestand last time. Now they win on the road. And are going to... Are they 2 out of the playoff race wild card? I'm not sure. But I don't see them to come back. Now... Traveling, I have to take some decision. If he's not make the playoff, or he's going to sell, they cannot buy That would be stupid if they try to buy players at the trade deadline, the Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't see that. They have players they can maybe trade a Stollard. Can they do that? Are they going to trade maybe Carlo? Or they're going to trade Jack Rock, example, Robinson. I just named some players right there. We have to be interesting what the Toronto is going to do, but to them to make the playoff, I called this 2 months ago. Analytic number, guys, they are not good team. And the analytic number, and this is a team decrease every year. And I don't think they will make it. I don't see that a lot. The Florida Panthers, guys, whatever they try to do, they have not enough time. You have approximately 25, 26, 27 games remaining of the season. They have too many teams in front of them. That's we don't count yet the Washington Capitals and the Columbus Blue Jackets, Ottawa, Toronto in front of them. And so we talk about 5, 6 teams in front of them for the Florida Panthers. And all those teams, plus the 2 teams of the Wild Card, have to lose their game. And then Florida have to win their game. With all the hope they can get, that would be so much difficult for them. Like, they have, all the other teams have to lose for Florida to go around. I don't see that. I don't see that. That said, can Barry Zito sign or to trade for Panarin and put Barkov out of the roster for the playoff if they're thinking to go that way? Or Florida say, you know what, we're going to shut down the year. We're not going to trade anyone. We're not going to selling here to buy anybody and maybe sell maybe a couple of players. Who knows? But Florida, for me, guys, they don't have enough time. The Ottawa, interesting. They won the last 4 games, Ottawa. They are right now winning, losing 3-2 against Hurricane with 1 period to go. How they can do it? Of course they can. But is it possible? Yes. I'm not sure they have it, but if one team can do it, it's maybe the best is Ottawa Senator. But we see a great performance of Ulmark. Can he repeat again for the next 20 games? The same Ulmark, he did it before. I'm not sure. Be honest with you, I don't see how they can do that. But the time will tell us about the 3 teams. Let's see what we got in the chat. Montreal visited Jet de Monite. A big game for Hudson Warren. We got the old Minnesota North Star logo. And then let's see what we got here. The time I talk, some guy I don't follow up. Play well since he grade 2. Yeah, I agree with you. And 26. On that one, will Blais pick up by other team? I don't think so. Prefer Bennett necessarily, but only on the days and with Mark Thunder Bay, North Star, and so on. BS Muller will up. And then we got the old Minnesota Star, Montreal Visit, we got it. Audio Rangers are thinking, no doubt, Trade Matthew is a cancer, Audio Murphy. Leave we are not going to be as good regular season without a minor. They did not plus one of the point. I agree with you. While Toronto to offer Dominic Hasek $1 billion, Florida is one team can maybe miss the playoff, but will bounce back strong next year. Toronto and Ottawa, not so much, Peter. Yeah, you could point about that, Peter. When Barca will be back, I would have to know who make the NHL schedule for Team Kings at 3 back-to-back and 11 days run. This is a part of everyone because the Olympics run, yeah, it's no flexibility at the end. On this one, I heard David Savard was sweet up as a goalie today and practice for and Montreal guy for Alex Newhook. He was the goaltender for him. So that's conclude, guys. All the news we got today on around the NHL, and that's it on this one. So we're going to move on back at where we're supposed to be, and let's see what's going on around the league, guys. The Capital tied the game 2-2. Bouvier is 12 of the season, still 1-1. Tampa Bay and the Buffalo Sabres. And that's it. Pittsburgh 3, Islanders 2, Carolina 3, Senator 2, 0-0 Devils, and the Blue Jacket. Now, let's see now what we got for the Montreal Canadiens right here. And Hab news, no practice, but this is my next subject, guys, so don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Here we go. We are back now talking about the Montreal Canadiens, Toronto. About that, first of all, Montreal Canadiens put Samuel Blais on the waiver. And we talk about the Blue Jacket take the lead 1-0 against the Devils, guys. Dante Fabro scored a goal back in the lineup. Fabro missed a couple of weeks. Samuel Blais and the reason behind that, guys, people say, oh, because now Patrick Laine is coming back. Patrick Laine is not going to play tomorrow. I'll be shocked. Secondly, the reason behind that is because they want to try to put Blais to go to Laval. And what the strategy behind that is this part. If a team selects Samuel Blais tomorrow, any team, whoever, right? They have to put him on the roster for the Olympics, for the period of Olympics. So he's frozen with the team. So they have to pay him. It's not much, $1 million, whatever it is, right? But he's going to be with a new team. And that will have to move someone else inside the team. So the purpose, why to wait until today for the Montreal Canadiens, because it's a business decision to try to squeeze Blais for other team and then try to put him back in Laval. With Laval, they play this weekend, 2-3 games this week. They play tomorrow night, by the way, and Laval, and then he can go all the way like that. What Samuel Blais brain, is a fourth liner in NHL. He played a couple of games with Toronto. It's not much. It's not like, wow, we're losing a big players right there. We have enough talented player in Montreal. Some we say, oh, he's physical, everything like that. Guys, we saw this last night. And I'm going to repeat this to all of you, and I know I'm going to get burned again, and I know some people said he's wrong, everything like that. I'm going to repeat the same language I said all the time. The hockey is changing. The hockey is move on the speed, on the size of the players. And it's not like it was before. I will give you the good example. The Minnesota Wild. The Minnesota Wild was built with big body, Grainla, Foligno, Maroon, Trinan is still there. But it was built with forechecking completely and hit constantly. They change. They have big body. But now they have the speed. And they use the speed. And they have Kaprizov. They have Bolduc. They have Quinn Hughes. Brock Faber. They are not the same Wild team they was 3 years ago. They understood to compete against Colorado, against other team, they have to use their speed and they have to use their size with talented, skilled, abilities players. Understand? You want Xhekaj. Understand some of you, oh, Blais, we need Blais at the playoff. It's not like this anymore, guys. You have no fight anymore in hockey. I understand. But I know what you want to explain to me. I understand you need someone in case. I understand that. But hockey is changing. And in my opinion, I would prefer a player with talented, skill, speed, can put a puck in the net at a guy like Samuel Blais. That's my preference. That's what I would like to get. So for me to lose Samuel Blais, It's no matter. I prefer to get Alexandre Tessier right now at Sammy Blais. This is the way of hockey now. I know you don't like it. I understand. But this is the way he play hockey. It is what it is. And that's how they change exactly on that one. So we get right there. Nashville and Minnesota was a team. Always look at the same team, but one have gone up. The other, well, we know what happening. Team will need to pay Blais 1 week contract his claim. No team will claim him to send him back in Laval, and no team will spend cap hit money on Blais for 3 inactive week when the trade deadline. That's the business right behind that. PLW absolute about this one. On this, let's see, we got a little bit over. Thanks again to be with us. Don't forget, finishing checkup is always been a huge part of the hockey. About that, Bolduc gonna be good in a few years, guys. I predict Bolduc at the same mode like Rantanen. How I believe on Bolduc, a 12 overall pick, by the way. Very good steal by them on this one. The Roballer curse continues. Is there a special rule can use could exploit to send player down without going to the waiver? The same as did one month ago, not good. But that's the only way you can do that. It's a loan coaching loan. You can go there for 10 days, I believe, or X game, and that's it. PS, so we have not specific order that role right there. So on that one, PS, Magic Penny right now with OEL, I believe. Matchup little Blais, the line up to go again. Wilson, that power buff Villeneuve. So you see, this is a great example right there. I knew this was coming. You guys refer to Washington Capitals. Perfect. I agree with you. What happening with them after the first round, the Washington Capitals? The Washington Capitals never going to win with the lineup they have. They're never going to win. You can tell me they beat the Montreal Canadiens, but it's because all about the speed of the game now. The Washington cannot compete with the speed of other team. Not with the physicality of the game anymore. Again, Wilson, Kurt, Power Prophet, Villeneuve. Mark, I never talk about Villeneuve, by the way. I don't think Villeneuve is going to be that kind of look. What amount that? And new subscriber, Mr. 48 Drummer. Thanks so much. Appreciate that, guys. To that one. So that said, is among the smartest team in NHL. Look, I did not look about this a lot. Look, good point about that to share with me. Anderson is the player should play more physical. He can hit, fight, just rarely want to do it. Good point about this. N26, Calgary should trade Kadri to Nashville to the first pick and 3 years for now. PS, Villeneuve is what, number 2 on the team for hits. On that one, will TC be back soon? Roger Bouchard. No, I don't think so. He'll be back until at the end of the month. We'll see what he's going to develop. Will be interesting what happening with him because he's going to be with team France at the Olympics. So we don't have any other news of fact. He's not played tomorrow night, I believe. Pants, man, the stick. He was a coach, the guy walk in and see all the stick cut in half. The manager convinced player with the unfinished project that need way more. Yeah, the stick is another problem about that. Why it is? I don't have the right answer for that. We don't have any. The Senators tied the game. Jake Sanderson, 11 goal. Ottawa again still alive on that one. I don't have the reason behind that. Some players struggling more with stick. Other players, I could be wrong, guys, but when the last time Nick Suzuki broken stick? I don't know. When the last time Cole Caulfield have broken stick? I have to go. Have a good night, Mark. Coach Bolduc is 6'2", big, talented player, are hard to come by. Problem is not many of that. Dave Thompson, another example. You're absolutely about that. Nobody wants to say it, but the referee was pretty crap with us last night in the playoff versus Washington. Going to see a live game in Montreal. My first, where do I buy ticket? I saw stub ticket going to 3,000. Fight a few at 8,000. Just for real, for the 8 drummer. You can check on my link. It's called Vivid Seed. You get a 20% discount for the 8 drummer. Check on my description of the video. So many of all the Montreal Canadiens game. Click on that. Check over this. It depends when you go there, what's the date, everything like that. On this one, then the 48, 41, everything like that. And so on. Now, talking about Sammy Blais, let's talking about Zachary Bolduc. Bolduc is a waiver exam now because he passed the 160 game on his career. So, sorry about that. That's make him now eligible to be on the waiver exam. Zachary Bolduc leave bigger team in the league and won't make the playoff look like Watson. Can players still use wooden stick if you want, or is the league rules stopping them? I don't know. N26 is the rule about the wood. I never read about that in the NHL book. I read sometime at the beginning of the season. But I think the reason they use that quality of the stick they have right now is because the flexibility of the stick and the way they have more power on that one. That's one thing I was thinking about this. When you cut the stick, shoulder is going flex too. No. On the CPS, it's not true. If you have a stick and you buy a stick at 195 flexibility at the store, okay? You go to Andre Rousseau store, you get there, you buy your stick, check you're going to take about the flex. The flex could be, if you want to get the better flex, if your weight is 200 pounds, you should have a flex of 100. So you always divide by 2. That will give you the most flexibility of your stick. If you short your stick, you're losing your flexibility on your stick. No doubt. No doubt. How much? I don't know. 5%, 10%, I'm not sure. But that's what I've always been learning about that. That should be able to get ticket in the red at $250 each, PLW. I will look for the link, no problem, for the 8 drummer. Anything else, just text me or email me. I will be there. But when I click on the links, save it is malform. Is it malform 48? Just email me. I will find you the place to go there. So that's happening, guys, for the Bolduc. Now, the next thing, guys, the Patrick Laine situation. I'm listed. I'm trying to understand everything. When I come here, I don't want to come here with no information and nothing's going on, everything. I try to come here on fun way to give you the best information. So I look about Patrick Laine's situation. If he's back at the lineup, the salary cap, the Montreal Canadiens, whatever happening. From the puck bidzia, right? You have 2 sites I go for looking for salary cap. You have the puckbidzia.com. And then you have the capwage.com. And both of them are different. If New Laine is in the lineup, and the roster 23 players, the Montreal are good from puck bidzia. With extra players get out of the series, like Blais and maybe other players. That said, the cap wage said no because they have to pay the bonus of the contract last season, something like that. So I'm a little bit confused about that. Where is right, wrong, whatsoever. When they're going to put back on ER, they could also put Alexandre Tessier to save some kind of money right there. So that's going to be another interesting data. Patrick Laine's situation is really, the Blue Jacket guys take the lead 2-0, a goal of Mathieu Olivier. The situation with Patrick Laine is a bit different because he is ready to play hockey, and Montreal stretch the elastic the best they can. They go all the way to the Olympics, and then to take the decision after that. We have to wait. We don't have too much of the effect. He's ready to play with the Montreal Canadiens, but I think at the end, the drama or the dilemma or the situation is where we put Patrick Laine. With Kirby Dach is looking good right now. He's not played a bad game. I think he's fine to be on the first line. Is Patrick Laine is better to be on the fourth line? I don't think so. Patrick Laine on the power play with Montreal Canadiens, we know we accomplished, but they feel like right now with what they have, they don't want to maybe break the chemistry with Suzuki, Staminov, Sakowski, Caulfield. I don't know. So maybe just Demidal, Laine is maybe an extra player Montreal will try to shipping at some point very soon. So send Laine to Laval. I don't think so he can go there. I could be wrong because he have a clause on his contract, but I don't think so. It's Laine on the team, Finland. I don't think so. M26. I think at 99.9 not there. I don't think so he was invited. Coach, can you talk a little about the Tocchet-Michkov saga? After the comments made by Tocchet, he said this is similar to Tortorella-Michkov situation. I did well to avoid him. Now, glad you, Peter, you talk about this. I have good questions. Jose Decoto, no for Laine. Jose, welcome back, by the way, Jose, about that. So, Laine will never address for the Montreal again for Peter Augustin. That's it, guys, for the question about Michkov and Tocchet. So, Tocchet, I have a question. We know he's struggling, Michkov, Matvei Michkov. Got an assist tonight, but he's not played the level he played last season. Now, Tocchet, he has he has an old school coaching like Tortorella. He's not afraid to tell what he's thinking. He tells the truth, and he have some kind of hot conversation between Michkov and Tocchet at sometimes on the game and everything. The problem has been Michkov was not ready at the training camp in shape. He did not take seriously his condition to be at his top of his game mentally, physically at the beginning of the season. So he was not there, honestly, with the head. And Tocchet talk about this on press conference or an interview, whatever it is. So this is a big saga between both of them, or the saga what's going on with Michkov. It is what it is, everything like that. Now, they have a guy follow the KHL, and he's really involved with fun players, everything like that. And I have his Twitter account, everything. I sent him an email, and he put a really, and then after the conversation, he put a very nice story about Michkov. And he explained what's going on with Michkov a little bit, the other version of what Rick Tocchet said. And he don't blame Rick Tocchet, he don't blame Michkov. But you have to remember, guys, the situation with Michkov. And we know in Russia, the mentality is not the same like here in USA or in Canada. And I'm trying to explain to you without tell you what I'm thinking. I'm just sharing the information. I just give you Tocchet. Now, the person I'm talking about, talk about Michkov. Remember, Michkov, his dad died during the year he was drafted. He was died with some kind of investigation, said he was killed, everything like that. The story behind that, after they go all the way, he was not killed. He had no injury on his body, nothing. He had a problem with his heart for many years. So he looked like he had a heart attack when he was walking beside the lake or on the lake, and then he drowned in the lake. That's the story. It was devastating for Xhekaj. Why? Because the dad, he put him on the skate at 3 years old. He was the only one follow his son everywhere, every day, everything. The relationship dad-son, he was the highest you cannot have anywhere. He never have, he have a reputation, Xhekaj, to challenge or to not accept what the people would tell him. Authority, example, the coaching, whatever. But he's always listen his dad. Like his dad tell him to do this, he will do it. Like he was really, really, really listen his dad. Like he have a proud of his dad. That said, imagine you lose your dad, everything like that, you move for a team. It's not an excuse I'm trying to explain. I just try to give you another version of what the person explained to me. And after that, on the people said, look, you have to remember what he was coming from, what he's coming from. And maybe around him, he did not have a really good summer, or the people influence him, did not have a good people around him, who knows. But that's the story behind that. So, look, many rookie came in the NHL, have a good first year, and the second year they struggle. Not the case for Laine, but that's the case for him. And hopefully he's going to bounce back. I believe Xhekaj is really talented players. He's better than what we saw this year, but he have to return what he's supposed to be to take his career very seriously. Every time that, I don't think the Flyers want to lose him. I don't think he want to get out of the Flyers. And just find out the situation about that. Great question, Peter, about that. But again, it's not, negative. I'm just sharing both sides. The cat former coach, Kenan Bowman, Sutter, all tough coach is not going to like sub players on Xhekaj. But Karen Kane scored a goal, guys, 4-3 with 5 minutes to go remaining. Eric Jordan style, the President Flyers trade Xhekaj, not a target type of players. Possible. I cannot mention anything. One more thing, guys. Alex Newhook could return at the end of the February. It was possible to be in March, but he looking good. Practice this morning. Peter August talk about David Savard between the pipe for them, and will be interesting what happening on that one for the Montreal Canadiens. Alex Newhook. Now I want to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. Of course, one more to give all the more information, guys. We hit the first hour of the show, and I want to move on now to the recap of the game last night, because some of you are a little bit upset what happened last night. What happened with Xhekaj? I'm going to get there the next couple of minutes, guys. Don't go nowhere. Stay with me. The Flyers take the lead now, 3-2. With 5 minutes to go remaining also. Jimmy Trestel scored a 4 goal this season, guys. This is another trade. The Flyers trade for Carter Gauthier. And let's move on, guys, on the recap game last night between the Minnesota and the Montreal Canadiens. The final score 4-3 Minnesota, overtime goal. We all know what's going on, but I want to bring you a couple of more information what happening, guys. Doc Gallagher Demidov scored a 3 goal for the Montreal Canadiens. Gallagher, we can blame him. We can be upset with him. We can be against him. Is slow, salary cap, whatever it is. But Gallagher is still play at the same level of intensity he bring on the team. Last night, he get a Gallagher at 25 years old. He's on his peak of his career yesterday. He make an amazing, great move to beat Quinn Hughes and then to come back right there. And I think this is a turning point for the Montreal Canadiens. That player, guys, Montreal got nowhere. The first shot of the net, Tobes gave in. 6 times of the year, Montreal gave the first goal, a goal on the first shot of the game. 6 times. That said, Montreal hanging there after that. They cannot bury anything. It was flat, the Montreal Canadiens. They gave a second goal after that. that gave 2-0. And then Montreal with Gallagher, they gave back some kind of energy back, and at least they get out the first period with only lead by losing by 1 goal. And what a great move by Gallagher. 5th goal of the season for him. Doc gave the lead for the Montreal Canadiens 3-2 at the beginning of the 3rd period with a pass for Nick Zuski hit the blade, deflect or tip by Doc, and he find the puck have some kind of eyes that go to the hole of Gustafsson and gave the lead. Demidov goal was a one-timer shot, an amazing great pass of Laine Hudson. That chemistry is amazing to me. Laine Hudson and Evan Demidov, we have 2 superstars. I'm going to repeat the word superstar. Both of them, and we saw many times Demidov feed Hudson this year or feed other players. Last night was Laine Hudson. He showed to us for the last year and a half, feed Demidov a one-timer shot to score at the end of the 2nd period to tie the game 2-2. And that was the 3 goal for the Montreal Canadiens last night. On this one, Dano have a down penalty that gave the win. What's up, Jake? Thanks, everybody. Don't forget, please, to click on the likes. Now, this is 2 ways you can see that. The Xhekaj Blais scored a goal, guys, and now take the lead 3-0. An empty net goal by Mathieu Olivier, and that's for them. That will give them 9 wins in the last 10 games. The Columbus Blue Jackets, 4 of those time. This was Montembeault on this one. That's it, guys. You can tell me, yeah, they lose a point last night. Montreal, for me, did not lose anything. They robbed the Minnesota Wild last night. The Montreal Canadiens game was flat. There was nothing there. They used the B game to hanging there. They showed some, but the team effort was not there. They don't show up at the first period like we expect to be there. This is only 2 games. And after they beat the Sabres, maybe the adrenaline, maybe the motivation was not the same thing. Oh, we just win over there in Buffalo. Who knows? Oh, we have to be careful. I'm going to the Olympics. I don't want to get hurt. Or maybe, hey, I'm going to be on vacation Thursday night. Thursday, we're going to take the plane. We're going to go together there. Who knows? It's the same thing you can tell me about Minnesota. But Minnesota play at home. Montreal is on the road. It's not an excuse, but this is the kind of conversation you have to accept that is going on around the team. To be tomorrow, guys, for overview. That's it, guys. The team effort, not there, but that's the situation. They find a way to get 1 point. Congratulations. Get out with 1 point, Minnesota. 3 of the 4 this year. You have to accept that 7 of the last 8 points possible. This is another good point. And they are 3-0-1 in the last 4 games. And they finish tomorrow against Winnipeg Jets. That said, Tobias yesterday, you have up and down. Tobias gave you a chance for Montreal to get 1 point at the 2nd period yesterday. But Tobias have really 2 bad goals yesterday. And this cannot happen a lot. I'm not blaming him. My point, he did not play at the level he gave to us the last couple of games, but if he did enough for the Montreal to get 1 point yesterday. Does it make sense? So the first goal guy was very bad. Like, I know he would like to see it again. And then the 2nd period, guys, he was the one saved the situation for the Montreal Canadiens. He hanging that team to get this tie game after 40 minutes because of his performance on the 2nd period. So you have the up and down with that part. You have the good moment, a bad moment. Nothing again to blame, and I don't blame Tobias a lot on that one. Just gave you his resume of the game last night. On this one, Tobias net 40 points, Montembeault and Fuller combined 30 points. Pesky being going 3 over another 60 minutes. Buffalo 2-1 origin. Oh, Buffalo again. Samuelson guy, 11 goals for Samuelson. Unbelievable. Samuelson. What a great year. You talk about the underrated players. He did it. 1:30 to go remaining, guys, in Carolina. 4-3. So that's how we get there. Now, let's go back to the controversy call, whatever it is. Last night, during the game, I think I delivered a good performance of play-by-play. I always evaluate myself. So do I did this? Do I did that? Do I did too mean? Do I talk too much? What did anyway? I think overall I did a good job. So at the end of the game, what happening? I got upset about the no call at the blue line. My love for the game for the Montreal Canadiens is make me to talk that way last night. And when I review the play after the game and today and I review about everything, honestly, yeah, no penalty there. Yeah, no penalty there. I look every angle. Yeah, no penalty there. What I was upset for me is this way. You don't want the game decide like it was last night by a decision of the referee. The call against Dano, I'll be honest with you, it was not the easy call to call because the hooking of Dano or the slashing of Dano. It was still there, but it was 50-50. Now, you're going to tell me one thing, what a save by the goaltender of the Canadian Hurricane, guys. Amazing. Usually, so coach, they gave a penalty to Hudson. Hudson never touched the players for Foligno and he fall. I understand that. Or Kapanen did it a couple of weeks ago. Understand that. You can tell me that part. But if you look about the game yesterday, right? They missed both sides. Gallagher did it. Other players did it for Minnesota, everything like that. But when you look about the play and you just check the play, don't compare this with anything. Just compare, is it a penalty there or not? I'm going to finish, guys, to finish this game, Ottawa and Canada Hurricane with 30 seconds to go remaining. And Ottawa still have the puck right there. Control par blanc, fire puck by Sanderson, miss the net, recovery by Carolina Hurricane. The puck's in the zone by Sanderson, by maybe a hand pass. And woof, with 16 seconds to go remaining. That said, guys, you have to be honest. I mess up. Yeah, no penalty there. That's the responsibility of Suzuki to look behind. Yeah, no move and of Erickson AK to push Suzuki or to tripping him or try to be not allowed. It's not happen. So you can disagree with me. Right? That's no problem with that part. But I don't see that, guys, on that situation for this part. Now, let's see what got red before we talk about other things, guys. Everything. Buffalo 2-1. It's starting to piss me off a bit how Buffalo is so good out of nowhere. The boss left and they just start being good. This maybe really hate him or something because it make no sense. 3-0 final. Thanks, RG. What about the slashing? Thought about that. PS, cause we all do it. Run about it. Montreal media is 60-40 was not obstruction. A player allowed to eyes is standing and is not required to move in order to let an opposing process 1 and 2. It's so much worse that one you consider no call for interference on Suzuki and then 2 seconds later to make that call on Dano. Great point about this, Rob. And I think you bring exactly what I'm thinking about, the frustration behind that. I think, and wow, what a save Bussy at the end, Bussy at the end, guys. And that's it. Ottawa lost tonight 4-3. Good news for the Montreal Canadiens on that one. And we'll see what happened there. I'm going to go to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is on TVA Sport. You guys, you should have a TV like mine. Not the kind of TV, but the channel I got all the game, guys. 30 minutes to go remaining. Pittsburgh 3, Islanders 2. Great point about that, Rob. It was a pick play and happened often. Sometimes he get called, sometimes he does not get called. Player delivery a pick and one move into the opponent path without initial having body position. They are taking him out of the play. Interference or pick play call and whatever. Sometimes it's called, sometimes it's not. Having said that, the officially has been bad versus Montreal, and that's his sense. And Martin complaining after all his game that more called against us. Every other person I have watched talk about it, I have said that same a lot. Absolutely, too bad call period. I agree with you about Dano, and that's what made me more upset last night, because if you call Dano, call that one. Don't try to make the difference at the game. On that play, like if he called the penalty, guys, now it's 3 versus 3, and I'm not sure if Minnesota score, because now the puck have to be on the other side of the game. Does that make sense? Like, don't try to be the one make its friends right there. That was my most, when I was upset about that. The problem is the ref have their own rule book. Some ref tolerate things. A good point. I talked last night about the inconsistency about over all the referee. Black and white. Slashing, call it, or not slashing, don't call it. Like, this is the problem with there. Is this going to be like this all the time? I'm not sure. But, yeah. Go Habs, go, you're right. Bob Smith, retour avec nous. So late, I did not know was on tonight, Bob. Every night, Bob, I stay here. And the Islanders scored a goal, guys. Matthew Barzal, a slap shot on the plan. Skinner again. Woof. Ouch. On that one, maybe tip maybe tip Raquel on that one. After they missed the net, they come back with a goal. The Islanders, what a great year they have. Unacceptable, Bob. Ottawa 3-4. Xhekaj TOI. Thanks so much, my friend. On that one, Laine tied the game. Baseball Penguin check road. Bold call on Nick Dano was good call. Bob Smith. So, at the end of the day, that's happening, guys. The bad night for me, guys, Kaden Coley and Mike Madison. The Flyers win tonight, guys, 4-3. 4-2 against the Washington Capitals. Ramos, Ristolainen, scoring empty net. Lightning's tied the game 1-1, 2-2. By the way, I know, Coach. Every night, Coach Bob, no problem, Coach. Thanks again for all the likes. Now, Kaden Coley and Mike Madison have a very bad game. Like, and Mike Madison was on the eye for all the goals for the Minnesota Wild yesterday. For him, Kaden Coley is not the same kind of players like he was before. He's struggling right now, Kaden Coley. And I don't want to make excuse on him because it's really difficult to come back at the middle of the season and to go there. He's playing on the right side. I can go away like that. So at the end of the day, Henry, welcome in the house. And that's the story behind Kaden Coley. Hopefully he's going to find his way to get better. But it's just a bad night for Mike Madison. On the goal of Kaprizov, on the goal of Faber, I believe. I think it was the third one. You lead 3-2, guys. All right? And I always said, guys, that you have to be mature and you have to take the right decision. Mike Madison never been considered a guy try to hit someone in the middle of the ice. Right? Last night, for some reason, he lost his mind. He tried to pick up the puck. Maybe he tried to pick up the puck and then he tried to hit the guy. He's completely missed both of them. And then they go behind him. And then the guy have a breakaway behind him. Mike Madison. So, for the quality of hockey they gave to us, I'm not going to blame him only for one game and put him all on. Mike Madison is maybe the most consistency player for the Montreal Canadiens this year with Dobson. So it's happened for everyone, guys. Bad game, and that's happening for Mike Madison right there. When it's up to the referee, that's a discussion. You cannot call one and then call the other on the same play. Henry will come back. Giraud s'est délivré avec Milan Voros on the looking at $2.4 million. Madison tried to be Igor Ulanov yesterday. Igor Ulanov. Pittsburgh scored a goal, guys, 4-3. Now it's well, Brazo scored a goal on that one. There we go. Ozil Murphy. So that's happening, guys. Finally, for the recap game, before we move on, what about the Martin St-Louis decision? Martin St-Louis does a very good job. Whatever you don't like it, some people that we said to you have about every day, 3-4 people complaining about Martin St-Louis. Like every day. Like every 2 days, anyways. Anyhow, what was questionable about, it's easy talking that way after the game, right? He used Kirby Dak at the 3-on-3 last night. And he was Philippe Danault on the 3-on-3 on the face-off. And this is what I believe we make a mistake there. Why? I understand Kirby Dak have a good game, right? Overall, he had a good game yesterday. Kirby Dak. He scored a goal, 7. He had 3 points the last 3 games. He have, I believe, 2 goals his first 7 game. His first 7 game return. I can go like that. But here, or tell me if you agree with me. Zuzi Caulfield, that's the duo number 1. Demidov Sakaski, that's duo number 2 on Montreal Canadiens. Or you can split Kapanen, Demidov, and then Sakaski with the third pairing duo. Jake Evans, you want to get, usually should be Alex Newhook. You want someone with speed and abilities to score the goal. On the defenseman, guy, it should be Mike Madison, Laine Hudson. Worst case, sometimes Noah Thompson. But you try to win. All right? The Toronto take the lead 1-0 against the Oilers. Matthias Marcelli scored a goal there. My point behind that is this. They should return on the ice every 2 or 3 shifts. Like what? Last night, Demidov and Sakaski was not there yet. That's what I don't understand. I understand Philippe Danault, but you have Philippe Danault and Kirby Dak. 2 players are not speed. They are not competitive. Like the competitiveness of Dak is not there. Danault is not the same kind of player anymore, although in fact he won't face off. So for me, it's not a good combination of the players. I would take Jake Evans before Kirby Dak at the overtime. But where was Sakaski Demidov at that overtime? And I understand we debate about something happened after the game. It's easy talking that way. But for me, just send your best players. That's it. That's it. Quinn Hughes last night, he played 33 minutes for Minnesota. Yes, he was not, he go on the one side, but he gave bad goal also on the other side. But he has always the puck on his stick. 33 minutes, Quinn Hughes. Kaprizov Bolduc last night. Eriksson AK on the ice. They always use that. You use your best player on the ice. So, I'm not negative with Martin St-Louis. When I'm trying to explain, I don't understand. We're going to talk about other facts in the next couple of minutes with Martin St-Louis decision. But that one, guys, have a difficult time on this one. What happening there? Let's see what we got here, guys, on the chat. To do both, that's Bob's story, and he's stuck on it. Roseman, nothing, won the all up. Madison got that one. Okay, I often said those just touch la Danault, the hate, but rolled touch a guy, glove, weighs his penalty for the last 3 years. Some ref won't be in the playoff. Those are not, the league knows what they are not deserving. About that, so I lies tonight. All call and error we make it. Believe me, order to do. Ron, Bob, I read somewhere where the player actually like the referee always. On the top 6 next year with Zakowski, no, he's going to be on the KHL again 1 more year. On this one, Suzuki, Caulfield, Zakowski, Demidov, Kapanen, New Hook, 1 year return. Good point about that. Goes what you said. Dano was not a slash, no danger for injury. On this one, about the road deflate need to be tweaked about that. For me, Dano, guys, I understand the call because they call it most of the time. But the situation and the way the stick was under the arm, whatever it is, I don't think so. You try to change the game because of that. If you call that one, guys, you have to call Erickson. Whatever is not a perfect call. It's a both ways about that. But it is what it is at the end. Finally, guys, on this one, I'm going to go on this one. Apologize. On this one, here we go. The shootout player for the Montreal Canadiens yesterday, guys. Now, yeah, not many, honestly, for the Montreal Canadiens whatsoever happening for Montreal yesterday. I really liked Evan Demidov game yesterday. And not fact, he scored only 1 goal on overtime, on a one-timer. But Evan Demidov, guys, he was winning his battle on the offensive side. He was around still the puck on the back checking or on the from behind. You turn that he was really active even yesterday. I'm going to give him the shootout players for them. My obscure player for the Montreal Canadiens, I go with Gallagher. Yesterday, Gallagher did a lot of good job for the Montreal Canadiens. The third line or whatever you want to call it, Dano Anderson was more active yesterday, and for me, Gallagher he does not deserve a lot of things, but last night, I think, in my opinion, he was really active, create a lot of things. I like his competitiveness of the game last night, how he compete, everything. At the office, but I'm going to send a pairing, get a goalie and Madison. I cannot send only one. Both of them have to get there. They have to play better, and they know that. We don't need to repeat this. They know exactly what happening, and we're going to give them on that one. The 13th point for me is, honestly, the Montreal Canadiens scored 3 goals, and the last minute or the first minute, the last minute of the first period, Gallagher. For me, this is the biggest turning point of the game, in my opinion. And then you have the last goal, the second goal of Demidov at the end of the second period. And then at the beginning of the third, could be Doc. So Montreal can take advantage of those situations, but not good enough to swing the momentum. The special team was not bad, but their PK overall, again, the power play was not good also for them. So that's all my plus last night. Échanger sur le penalty and the leg, or did he cast toss out run? I'm not sure about what you're talking. Jordan, Steven, the wall completely found a way to smother Caulfield last night. The first shift and overtime, too many pass backwards on that one, Jordan. Stood out Doc, Peter, obscure Gallagher, office goalie. Turning point, missed the call by the referee about that. Again, thanks to be with us, Jordan. I appreciate that to be with our Canadian show. That give you guys a little bit what's going on about the game last night, for sure. I have a couple more conversations before we get out of the show tonight. Passing the men, thanks, Ron. They check the strike, the players make it. Remember on that one. So we got the app. Now we have a lot of conversation, guys. I still have 3 subjects before we get out of the game tonight. We're going to get right there. The Montreal Canadiens rumor. I want to talk. We're going to get right here, guys. Don't forget, I'm going to change this. And we're going to get that part. The Baltimore Sabres take the lead. Power play goal, guys. Again, Tampa Bay Lightning. Josh down. Power play goal. The Sabres take the lead again, 3-2. Thanks again, Ovidio, on that one. Now, the rumor, guys, Montreal Canadiens. Robert Thomas, Peter August talk about this. We have an ice stick on the face against Crosby. I don't know who be calling that. It was the stick of Carlson, no? Rhino Raleigh, 6 defensemen. About that. And I don't know what you're thinking about this. And my question to you is this part. And that's my question of the night, or my question of the day for me also about this one. 3-2 Buffalo. Want me, guest player, learn about that. Simple goal tonight. NCA, FC, 53, quarter cut, run me too. Okay. So, Montreal Canadiens, where do you see that? Are we going to be patient? Or we can wait 3 years? Or we want to push faster? Can we sacrifice asset to get a Robert Thomas or a top 6 forward? All right? But let's talk about Robert Thomas. Or I don't want to mention any other name, but let's talk with Robert Thomas. The cost is elevated for St. Louis Blues. All right, they want 3 prospect and they want that player, the top 15, and I can, we can see that they're going to be demanding if they trade Robert Thomas. They don't have to trade him, but the name is get out for the Montreal Canadiens is Robert Thomas. Now, can Montreal trade for another forward? Who knows? But I'm talking about a quality player will bring you team for the next level. Are we ready for that or not? Are we going to wait 3 more years for the development of Zaraski and Michael Edge, and we don't know if they're going to get there? And it will take a minimum of 3 years for them. A minimum. And I'm calling not that this year including. I'm talking about next year. Michael Edge will be in Laval. Year number 2 will be with Montreal. Now Zaraski show up. And year number 3, they're going to just starting to be where they are. And Jesus, what a bad goal by Skinner again. Wow. This is the kind of situation, guys. All right, you work hard for 55 minutes right now to Pittsburgh. They tried to get 2 points tonight on the road after they lost yesterday. They're working hard. Then you have a defenseman shoot apart through Skinner again. Like, this is what kill a team. If your goaltender cannot make a save, cannot win. And we talk about Montembeault all the time. Right now, guys, Skinner just gave 2 goals. Easy for the New York Islanders. Terrible. Guess Skinner, not such a great still. Zone top 6. PS Edmonton just tied 1-1. GF, thanks so much. And no goal there. Looked like the puck was as best used and entering, it will for the right players, but Knox X return for Perenko. That's the question, honestly. Ron, Gary Conroy. St. Louis will want Kapanen as a part of the trade for Thomas. Same for Nashville O'Reilly. Yeah, I will not trade for Randall O'Reilly, guys. But for a Robert Thomas, my question is Jake Wildman scored a goal, by the way. The question is, do you trade Michael Edge, Zaraski for Robert Thomas? Would you trade Adam Ekstrom, Adam Ekstrom, Michael Edge, or Zarowski, one of the two, plus the first one pick 2026 for Robert Thomas? The Sam Cat Ball does not want to win Orizio tonight. No, Henry, Mother, no. No PS, goalie interference. Audio, no for PS also on that one. Interesting. Pittsburgh might still trade Skinner before deadline and 26. I would say no at this moment and time run. Toronto Maple Leafs take the lead 2-1. Matthews Nice scored a goal. 3-2 Orizio with 15 seconds to go remaining. Darren Radish scored a goal. Yeah, too many games at the same time to watch. That's not fix the goalie problem, Mother. But I'm talking about Thomas, good young use will give high prospect, not older Parenko, not fit, and 3 years won the app out there. Yeah, I agree with you about that. 100%. You take Thomas, Peter. 25 seconds remaining with you. We have overtime in Tampa, guys, 0-0. Age would be better que Kapanen. I got you. Anything that make the team better, I'm all for it, Luc. When I look around, guys, I make a template. I did not have this for you guys, but I make on my paperwork a template, and I look about the age. Ski is 26 years old right now, right? Caulfield 24, and many of them are 24, 25, 26. And 3 years from today, Ski will be 29, 30 years old. Caulfield will be 28, 29. And we hope Michael Edge will be there, or Zarowski. But I was going to be a little bit more too late or not? Do you think it's too late in 3 years, or we can sit? No, in 3 years, that's what the beginning of that we need to get. Which team right now, guys, are better at Montreal Canadiens, or you guarantee this team is going to make the final Stanley Cup this year at the Eastern Conference? If you look about this guy, I'm going to bring you back right here, guys. Tampa Bay are 34 points before the game tonight. Detroit 72, Montreal 70, Buffalo Sabres 69, Boston 68, Ottawa 61, Toronto 61, and the Panthers 61. If I remove that, I'm going to get on the wild card, guys, Buffalo, Boston, Washington, Columbus. On the other two teams, Islanders, you have Pittsburgh, and you have Carolina. Who tonight you can tell me that team are going to be at the Stanley Cup? Not said they're going to win, maybe win also. But which team of the Eastern Conference would tell us are going to win the Stanley Cup this year? I don't see that. This is wide open right now. And if you look about next season, it's going to be the same thing. I don't see any other team like Montreal Canadiens or any other team are going to be like, oh, they are untouchable, like the Colorado this year, example. I don't know. You have to think about this. And think that maybe the team I got it that Misa play and the NHL currently age is a better player. I trust in the ad drafting. I will go with the prospect. Because Hughes also said building for 8-10 years. Thomas fit Parenko O'Reilly screen no. Yeah, Sakaski's 21 years old, but is Demidov 20 and Hudson 22. I understand that. First edge Kapanen and second for Thomas Peter. Yeah, St. Louis trade Thomas for goalie plus Kapanen, second round pick. Goalie could be part of it. It depends who do you listen to. Majority of hockey people said that Hughes age would be a top 6 forward. With a second wave prospect, Popanikis, Pickford, they can afford that first wave. Guys, Rebecca, Angstrom, for example. Laine just missed a breakaway. Tampa Bay, for me, for now, is the favorite. Stand the man. And Nashville changed the second for a first to get him. Tampa is the favorite, still talented player, and the goalie get proved in the playoff. And again, if you add Robert Thomas, is it good enough for Montreal to get the next level? Maybe not. It makes sense. Like if you get Robert Thomas, we still have a problem at the right defenseman or at the sixth defenseman, whatever you want to call it. We still have a problem. Is a guarantee that goaltender can hang in there all the way with no experience, like Tobesh. Who knows? I'm not sure. Peter, well, prospect like that for all depends who you get. Peter would like Sakasi, Kapanen, Hudson, Tabash, Crowley, etc. Pro Ball, thanks so much, RJ. Bob, point, and there are no certainty for prospect. Now, Thomas guy is the same thing like Suzuki, like age-wise, and with salary cap 8.1. So, good, but again, I bring this to you guys tonight. I don't said they have to do it. I still believe they are not there yet. I will wait a little bit longer, wait next year, and see what we are with that part. It's not enough an event cup winner. A few guys at 30. Bob Smith. Kisharab Edmund. What about Doc Angstrom and Beck for Thomas? No, Stan. They want players like at the top with prospect. And certainly had no convince us they want Thomas because we're down, which means we pay half price for Thomas. They can have what? No, PS, Thomas they don't need to trade him. If they get the right price, they will do it. They will do it. On that one, you have to get Thomas this year. They either have first or second and the East team, Peters. Well, coach, it's a big step with Thomas. Of course, is not the whole answer. I agree with you about that one over there. A lot of have prospect contributing with the big team this season. The development team is doing their job. Great point about that. Are there the free agent available at the end of the year? He would help the Montreal. Yes, but they are not young. And I don't think this is the right way to do it for me. But I could be wrong on that one. Thomas is only 26 years old. Now, if he's available. So, I don't want to stay all night long with that subject, guys, but I just want to share with you what's going on. Let's move on now for the Montreal Canadiens, guys. On this one, the Habs Bullets. This is a new content I bring to you. Do you trade Caden Coley? If you have the right deal, like Robert Thomas example, do you think Caden Coley is going to be on the conversation? Are you willing to trade him? Because you know Adam Ekstrom is coming, but he does not have the same kind of physicality of the Montreal. So that's the first question. Don't talk to me about Dobesh or Montembeault tomorrow, but tell me if you trade Coley or not for the Montreal Canadiens. Breakaway went out by Gwenzel. He scored a goal. And Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Buffalo Sabres, guys. Again, Ellis. That's all. Turn the lights off. And Tampa, guys, 4-3 Tampa Bay Lightnings. No deal. I think Montembeault will play tomorrow. Brew. Ab need to replace David Savard. Luc Lafortune. On that one, no, Luc Lafortune, you don't trade Coley about that. So the game is over, guys. We're going to move back to Pittsburgh. And with 4 minutes to go on overtime. On that one, breakaway by Bo Horvat, guys. He scored a goal. And the Islanders came back and got 2 points tonight. Again, the Pittsburgh Penguins, Skinner, like he does, and did not good. The Islanders win a back-to-back goal live at the Hockey Nation Show, guys. All that on breakaway. Coley. Yes, if you get the right plus and return, Peter. Tampa, one with you. I would trade Coley for a tough stay-at-home right defenseman to play with Hudson GF. Coley, only a trade for Thomas. No Cole Foley about that. PS a one-on-one. Toronto still lead now 2-1. We're going to get live. Now going to go to Edmonton tonight. We're going to carry on that. 39 seconds to go remaining, guys, on this game, on this second period. I will thought, but Thomas will not do it for Kiru. We thought when Luc Lafortune goalie is at that 3 and in Montreal, let's play to the Magic on that one. Go Habs, go and 26. All right, let's move on, guys. I'm going to wrap it up right there. Tobesh or Montembeault tomorrow? Who do you think they're going to do tomorrow? Now, you can tell me your own decision. Who do you want to have in the net tomorrow? I understand that. But what it would be the decision of Montreal Canadiens tomorrow? Do you think they're going to go with Tobesh or they're going to go with Montembeault? Coley can play on the right side. He has the best shot down defenseman on that one for Gary. About that, Bosman, agree. Stay away from Kiru. Me too, Peter. About that, we just need to figure goalie is Montembeault. Down change. Tobesh for Carey Corner tomorrow. So Buffalo tie Ab at 20 point. You're right, but way better of the left goalie. Bob Smith about that. Montembeault PS tomorrow, who has how they play the Winnipeg Jet tomorrow. I would say Tobesh, but they will go with Montembeault. Peter August, I agree with you about that one. Completely agree with you about that one. Now, let's move on for the next one, guys. I don't think I have the subject, but let's see what I got here on this one. And Abrumar. One more thing, guys. Two more things. 1 year ago. I did some stat right now. I make some graphic, guys. Let me check this if you don't mind. Pretty amazing, guys, the Montreal Canadiens. Like, blew my mind when I look about this. I didn't pay attention and since 1 month ago. But Montreal Canadiens, guys, I said begin the show, guys. We have to be proud of them. We have to support them. We have to understand this team is going up. You don't see my face. Don't worry about that. But look about this, guys. I'm going to share to you guys what happening last year compared to this one. All right. It's not 70 game. It's 56 game, by the way, for both. Right. They have right now, guys, 55 points last year after 56 game. All right. And I'll try to get another one here, guys. Let me create another one here on that one. Like it in. Going to get right here. Right here. And I'm going to get 56. I apologize for that one. I got it better. Look about what they have, guys. 15 points more this year. Unbelievable. 15. The goal for, guys, 0.65 at least goal the plus, and they drop 0.18. The power play, guys, is 3% better this year. The PK is this what they struggle. They have 5% less, and the face-up are exactly the same, 50.7. Those numbers are not lie. I said I always go with facts. I always go with number. And this shows to you guys who they are. This is insane for me. Blew my mind. Come on, coach, sit down. I'm sit. But I love that. This is an improvement more and more and more. When we said, guys, we don't need Martin St-Louis does a bad job. I disagree. I disagree with you. That shows exactly what we are. Jordan 7, yeah, Tampa win 4-3. Yes, very proud of that. Ron, we need to win game, and you go with the one who won game. Tobesh, for Chano, is Montembeault over you. About one is more injury prone on the right and does not fit with Hudson goalie. That's it on that one. GJ, I talk about goalie. So that gives you guys a little bit an idea where we are, the Montreal Canadiens, guys, 1 year ago. That's pretty amazing if you think about that for the Montreal Canadiens. That's what for me is very important for the Montreal Canadiens, of course. Now, I know this is going to create some kind of the controversy here. And I'm going to give you my what I'm thinking about that, and I'm going to hear from you what you think about that too. At the same time, getting better every year. Look at person the Baradier is just right, and the NHL right now, Jordan. We need to win tomorrow. Xhekaj for win over you tomorrow night. And before I move the next one, guys, why I believe Montreal is going to go with Montembeault. Because they always protect Montembeault as a goaltender number 1. Oh, she's awake now. That's it. Now she's tired. Now she wants to play. You want to play? Yeah. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Yeah, we have to work. Have 10 more minutes. Can you wait 10 more minutes? Can you wait 10 more minutes? I think they don't want Montembeault to be off until the end of the year, at the end of the month. I think they're going to go with that part. That said, if Montembeault have a bad game tomorrow, right, he have a very bad game. And what do you think mentally is going to be after that? For 3 weeks, cannot practice. Like, he cannot play any game. C'est really, en français, on dit un couteau à 2 tranchants. Je ne sais pas en anglais, là, mais that could happen. You put Montembeault, and Montembeault does a bad job. That could hurt again, Montembeault. Now, he worked with Marianne. Hold on. I'm going to give her something so she can hang out for 10 more minutes. Thanks so much about that, Bronny. Yeah, Bronny is back in the house. I don't know. So that would be very interesting what happened with Montembeault tomorrow night. For me, I would go to Tabesh. I know you think I don't like Tabesh. It's not about I don't like Tabesh. He gave you 3-0-1 in the last 4 games. Finish strong with Tabesh. If you win, okay. If you lose, you know what? It's okay. Don't let Montembeault and the head for the next 3 games at the next 3 weeks with that kind of, oh my God. I think for me, I will go about time. Bronny gets up. Look, yeah, she wants to play out now. She wants to get the Ducks. So, we'll be interested in what's happening. I want to finish the show, guy, with that part. I know it's going to be controversy here because Gigi Evans is in the chat tonight. And he loved Xhekaj. And I respect that for Gigi. It's been that way. Xhekaj played last night, guy, 5 minutes 51. And the last 6-7 games, Xhekaj played 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes. You have to go maybe 3 weeks ago before you said Xhekaj had 2 good games, 3 good games. Last night in our tap, Luciano talked about this after the game, everything like that, talking about the 5 minutes, 51 seconds. Come on, Coach Montembeault is a pro. I know that for sure. Don't get there, Coach, about this to bench. Make it, they save at this time to give team a chance to win. I agree with you, Peter. No doubt in my mind. Now, yeah, but this was everywhere today on the French station and English, everything like that. And, you know, you're thinking, I don't like Xhekaj. It's not the point. I don't like Xhekaj at all. Xhekaj is Xhekaj. When I said that, he's a physical player. He's going to be always like you saw him. He's not improved a lot. He's been that way. He's going to be a 6 defenseman, a 7 defenseman in NHL. To dress him for 5:51 minutes, it's not acceptable. It's not right to say that. You can see, guys, you don't have to be an expert in hockey. You don't have to be knows hockey a lot. It's just to be around hockey to realize Xhekaj is not a title player Martin St. Louis likes. You can't tell me you're wrong, Coach. I'm telling you right now, guys. Xhekaj does not fit in the philosophy of Martin St. Louis game. It's not, again, Martin St. Louis. It's not about Xhekaj. I understand what the fans think about Xhekaj. I understand the impact he can do about Xhekaj. But this is where we are today. Now you can tell me, oh, it's Stéphane Rabdas. Guys, Stéphane Rabdas have nothing to do with that part. St. Louis can tell to Rabdas, sit Xhekaj. And he can tell him, let play Xhekaj. But that's what we are right now. Is the league for win now? Is the business of this league is about winning. And you play with your best players. Quinn Hughes played 33 minutes last night, guys. 33 minutes, guys, last night. They have a fight right now. I don't know. It was on live, no? It was a fight, Carlo and Nurse. It is what it is. So, we'll see what will be the development of that part. Don't be surprised Trouble play tomorrow night over Xhekaj. Is limited, and the team play with the best player now. The Montreal play almost with 5 defensemen in the last 4 games. Minnesota played with 5 defensemen yesterday. So I don't know what's going to happen with that part, but this is something you have to figure out about this one. Eventually, Montembeault has to play, so what's better to play him again, a bad team, Luc Lafortune, then trade him. Been said a long time that Martin Zoe has a leash on Xhekaj, just like Bronny, Peter. Yeah, mine don't have the leash yet. If you don't like it, I was guy for Hyman, 1-on-1. Bob Montembeault is playing himself out of the Montreal, Gary. Not happening. P.S. Arbor have bad lately. 2 weeks ago, he played 12, 14 minutes and minus certain likes. Like all the coach, good play. Bob Smith, Gary, probably. Yeah, so again, I think he has some kind of utility for the Montreal Canadiens. I think fans have to respect sometimes Xhekaj will not going to be a part of the roster at the front game, in my opinion. And that will be where we're going to be with the Montreal Canadiens in the future. I think for me, to resume the show of the night, guys, but first of all, we have to appreciate the big point we got yesterday. We have to appreciate the performance of the different player last night. We have to see now what Montreal is coming for one more game tomorrow. A huge game for, again, the Winnipeg Jets. It's not a must-win, but it'd be good to go for the next 3 weeks and vacation with a W for the Montreal Canadiens. That will give them 9 points on the possible of 10 when you play Winnipeg, Minnesota, Buffalo, Colorado, and Vegas. Jeez, we deserve that. I can't wait to see Montreal tomorrow night. We talk about Robert Thomas. We talk about Montreal Canadiens situation, what they are missing. I think they're missing a top 6 forward. I think they're missing a goaltender with experience, backup, can pick up those games of the number 1. And then they're missing a defenseman. And so that better at Xhekaj, better at Strobel. And he is with the Montreal Canadiens. His name is Adam Ekstrom. He's right there. He's right there. If I'm Montreal Canadiens, guys, I bring up Adam Ekstrom, but they are stuck with Strobel and Xhekaj. If they like Xhekaj for a long term, trade Strobel, all right, keep Ekstrom over Xhekaj, use Xhekaj when you need him. But again, Adam Ekstrom is one of the best defensemen in the Montreal Canadiens organization. And they have to figure out, no rush. I don't expect Ken Hughes make any big trade. I think they're going to wait during the summer. They're going to have a big decision the next couple of weeks. Patrick Laine, that's the big one right there. During the summer, Kirby Dach is the one there. I believe could be the end of Brendan Gallagher and Montreal, in my opinion. That would be possible to trade Jalen Strobel or to make a big splash to get a top 6 for the Montreal Canadiens. They're going to see another evaluate what's going on with Oliver Kapanen, or what they believe they're going to be fine with Oliver Kapanen to get a winger to complete Suzuki, Caulfield, or Xhekaj or Demidov with the new players. This is my prediction for the Montreal Canadiens. But if you think Coach is going to say the Montreal make the playoff, no doubt. I'm going to repeat, Roger Bouchard, no doubt. The Montreal Canadiens are going to be in the playoff at the end of the year. We sit at 26 games. Montreal Canadiens have only need 13 points, 26 points, 13 win combination to make the playoff, in my opinion. 95 points will be enough for me. 96 will be extreme, but I think Montreal is going to make the playoff. This was the last show of the Montreal tonight. We're going to be back with Winnipeg tomorrow. And then after that, I have to reiterate about the channel, guys. I don't lie to you. I make this as my job. And I think we have a decreasing of the Montreal Canadiens show for any reason. I don't want to blame anyone. This is my job. This is my life. And this is my situation. About to realize the Montreal Canadiens show I bring every night here, it's not good enough to make that channel to be profitable at the end. So I have to find other solution about that. I don't know what it will be. And again, I'm always grateful and thankful for all of us to be with us. I don't quit. It's not a point. I need to find another way to bring more people in the channel when we have a day off. And the next 3 will be difficult because we don't have Montreal Canadiens. And I don't know how much people are going to follow the Olympics. But we're going to go through this. And hopefully, I'll be fine about that. What a night, guys. What a good time to be all together. Hopefully, you enjoyed the show tonight. And don't forget, guys, to subscribe, become a member. And, of course, to come back tomorrow night for the Montreal Canadiens. Again, the Winnipeg Jets at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Have an amazing, great night, everybody. And I can't wait to see all of you again for the next time. And I want to be grateful to thank Xhekaj TOI, the news update tonight. I want to thank Mr. Ron with Kings at the moderator. We want to thank all the regular people. You know who you are. You know you've been here every night and you continue to be here every night. And I just want to tell you thanks so much. And it's not negative what I said to you, by the way. Nothing is negative. It's the reality. And I always said I need now to step up and to be sure this is going to be enough to be a good live and to enjoy it. I enjoy every minute I'm here. I don't care to work 16 hours per day. It's not about that. But at some point, I want to be sure this work on both sides from you and for myself. And I don't have the magic pill to know exactly why we cannot go better. I don't know. I don't have no clue. The play-by-play is one of the best on the YouTube channel, I believe. It's just those shows like tonight does not bring more. I don't understand. At the end of the day, guys, we wish you an amazing, great night. Of course, the only reason we get over 11,000 is because you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Be well, be healthy. Find a way not only to dominate your day, but find a way to dominate the first app. What? 2026. Good night. Look, time now to take care about the ducks, the chicken, the dog, and to relax my knee. It's still swollen, but no pain. That's the most important thing about that. Was a pleasure and honor to be with all of you tonight. Eminem, good night, buddy. Bob Smith, always a pleasure to see you. Xhekaj TOI, good job. Peter August, thanks to be with us tonight. I appreciate that. Great conversation, Peter. Always a pleasure. Look, enjoy the rest of the night. And, of course, Tenderman, Audio Roger Laine, thanks so much to be with us. Ron, Audio Murphy. Then we have Mader on that one. We have Ron with Kings. And then we have other people, if I didn't mention Billy early, and so many others, guys. Mark was with us at the beginning, and many other people. Enjoy the rest of the night, guys. I can't wait to see you next time. Until then, my friend, the Hockey Nation, the Habs Nation, and all the animal in the kingdom of Thailand. Want to tell you one more thing. So we love you, friends. Good night, everybody. I will see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for the Montreal Canadiens. Like I just said, the game is start at 7 o'clock p.m. Tomorrow night. On that one, I tried to pick it up. This one, Montreal Blackhawks play Blue Jacket tomorrow night, by the way. The Jet, 7 o'clock. Thanks so much. Xhekaj TOI. Merci. Au revoir. À la prochaine. Oh, it's coming. Booyah!